my soul, peace on earth and in my soul, peace on earth and in my soul, peace on earth and in my soul. When I dream, it's like TV screens are on the inside of my eyelids, but I don't have a remote to take control, to choose my shows. Seems my fears come alive, no matter how hard I try to wake up. Now I lay my head down, hoping for surround silence. If trouble comes while I sleep, let there still be only peace. Let there be peace. Yes, good morning, you all. Heatherlyn here as we get going with Soul Song Saturdays. I am grateful to welcome you into this space. And feel free to sing along with me this little part that goes, peace on earth and in my soul. We are simply summoning peace, beckoning peace into our beings, our hearts, minds, and spirits, and into our homes, our communities, our neighborhoods, our states, our country, our world. Welcoming peace where it may not be felt at this time. We're going to talk today about how it all belongs, everything in the full spectrum of the human experience. It all belongs. So please feel free to say hello. Let me know you're here with a little hello in the chat. And please feel free to also share this live stream. I'm going to continue this song, When I Dream. It's on my Storydwelling album. And then we'll continue with our practices of presence interwoven with live music and mystical musings. I'm Heatherlyn. I'm glad you're here. Invite some folks to join us, all right? On my pillow, still can't be consoled. God, I was told you'd never leave. Still I cry, where did you go? No matter how bad I want to believe, yeah. Now I lay my head down, hoping for surround silence. Let me wake to greet the sun, wondering where the night went. Now I lay my head down, hoping for surround silence. If trouble comes while I sleep, let there still be only peace. Let there be peace. All right, sing that part. Peace on earth and in my soul. 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 Ooh. Put your hands together if you want to. Now I lay my head down, hoping for surround silence. Let me wake to greet the sun, wondering where the night went. Now I lay my head down, hoping for surround silence. If trouble comes while I sleep, let there still be only peace. Hey, let there be peace. Peace on earth and in my soul. 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 Yes, hello, happy Soul Song Saturdays with Heatherlyn. I'm Heatherlyn, bringing you live music and mystical musings. So grateful to see you here with me this morning. I am grateful to see Brian here this morning. Thank you for saying hello in the chat. And hello, Carl. Good to see you here this morning. Thank you for being here. Thanks for making your presence known to me so I can have a sense of who is here with me and know that I'm not here alone in the studio. I just really appreciate it when you say hello. So thank you. Thank you. If you haven't yet said hello, please do so. If you haven't yet shared the live stream, please do so. Invite some folks to join us in these practices of presence, breathing together, singing together if you want to sing along with me. Simply getting a good kickoff to our weekend and to this coming week, embracing all that is a part of the human experience with love and grace and honesty, keeping it real this morning. I want to talk about how, as a mindfulness practitioner, as a yogi and meditation guide, I'm actually not a good vibes only person unless goodness it can include it all, can love on it all, can be curious about it all, and compassionate towards it all. I lean more towards the real vibes only. Of course, we could just drop the word only because I feel like the word only has like some kind of like exclusionary factor to it. But I don't know. That's just me philosophizing about it. How are you all today? Please let me know in the comments. Say hello. Good morning, Ariana. So good to see you here. I'm so happy you're here and saying hello. Let me know where you are in the world, you all. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you'd like to, your intention for our time together this morning, your intention for being here today. How you're showing up, what you're hoping for in this weekend. And if you'd like to, share with me in the comments what comes to mind for you when you hear this phrase, it all belongs. It all belongs. What are your thoughts on that? On the all part, every single part of the full spectrum of human emotion and experience. What are your thoughts on belonging? I wrote these in the video description so we can chat about them. And if you want, you can also simply make them your journal, your personal journal prompts and reflection if you want to. Good morning, Dee from Alabama. Good to see you here. Hello. Thanks for joining us this morning. And I love, I love, Brian, that you're also over on YouTube. We are trying to grow our YouTube channel, so thank you for your presence there as well. We are streaming on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So Pinewood Springs, Colorado. What are you up to in Pinewood Springs? I don't even know where that is, Brian. That's so cool. All right. as we come together this morning, as you're saying hello, as you're reflecting on this idea of real vibes and it all belonging, we want to, if you'd like to, light a few candles with me or grab your journal. We light 3 candles together every Soul Song Saturday, recognizing first the presence of the universal presence that we're all connected to. If you believe in a divine presence, that's what this candle is for. It could also simply be for the universe, for source, the infinite supply, the hum of life, the soul song of the universe. And kind of, I love to take a moment to stand in wonder and in awe of this great presence, the great spirit. And this is the divine by many names that we acknowledge, and we welcome the all-embracing, all-encompassing presence. So take a deep breath here, light a candle if you'd like to. I have flameless candles to prevent any, fire hazards in this small little space here. All right. Taking another deep breath and lighting a second candle for, I affectionately call this my team. And this could be in the spirit realm or in your life. So taking a deep breath and drawing awareness to the presence of perhaps your guardian angels, helping elementals, your kind-hearted ancestors whose wisdom is in your very DNA. So taking a deep breath and honoring the presence of these dear ones who grace us with their presence, who guard us, who guide us. And this could also be for your team in your real life, in your actual physical material life, people who are on your heart this morning. And if you'd like to mention them in the comments, you may. People who help you maybe remember your soul song when you've forgotten it. So we give thanks for them and welcome their presence, their energy. And now taking a deep breath, lighting this third candle for you and for me, welcoming our whole selves here exactly as we are. So taking a deep breath, and perhaps if you find yourself in a place where you're able to press your feet into the floor and just really welcoming your body into this present moment, the here and the now, centering yourself in this very moment. Taking a deep breath, welcoming your body here. Maybe pressing your feet into the floor and feeling that vibrancy, that connection, or maybe it's your seat connected to where you're seated right now. And maybe taking a deep breath, lifting through the spine, lifting through the crown of the head, filling the lungs, the diaphragm, the belly with breath. Filling your heart space with breath and welcoming all that your heart holds here and now. And then your next big, slow, deep breath, welcoming the thoughts in your mind. And all that's there, observing, being a compassionate witness to what is coming through. Noticing if thoughts are slow or fast. Perhaps recognizing thoughts and feelings moving through as clouds passing through the sky. So you are the sky, and these thoughts and feelings that you're watching passing through, they are the clouds, they are the weather, and they are impermanent. I found some comfort this week in the idea of impermanence. Um, Sometimes I think we want to hold on to things that are certain and steady, and that is valid, completely valid. When it comes to various experiences of ourself and life, I do find comfort in the fact that it all passes. And my practice is to consider how I can savor that passing through this moment, and being present and attending to with love and care all that arises. And that's kind of why I asked how you all are doing today. I know for me, last week, not this past week, but last week. We were in San Diego for a week. It was so good and so busy. And, I performed some showcases. I attended some showcases. I networked. I promoted the new album. There were beautiful reunions. You might or might not know depending on how long you've been following my journey. There was a time when Jason and I spent a lot of time on the road, and we would have extended stays in San Diego. So we have a home away from home there. We have dear ones there. And so it was so good to be back. And it was really the first time I had performed in San Diego since before the pandemic. So it was really good to be back. And it just filled my heart. And there was so much healing, and there was so much just in the busyness of it. It was a good busy. It was a really good flow. It felt really good to be with people, to connect with people. It was collaborative. It was vibing. It was life-giving. And then, it's just very real that after an experience like that, there can be like a letdown, like a fall, I actually did fall on the escalator after I landed back in the Denver airport. I was so tired. My flight had been delayed. It was like 1:30 or 2 in the morning, and I was trying to get my big luggage and my guitar up this escalator to meet Jason where he was picking me up at the airport. I actually fell. I fell on the escalator, and two people helped me. One person grabbed my stuff. One person held me up and helped me get up before the escalator got to the top. And it was just very humbling. I hurt my hand, which is healed now this week. And then just I think for me, there was this overwhelm then of coming back, and this overwhelm of all these things I need to do for this forthcoming album release, which is actually exciting. It just has been a lot. So I found for myself there being this kind of letdown and this experience of kind of inner chaos. And so I'll come back to that in a little bit, but I want to sing this beautiful Stevie Nicks song. As we are arriving here this morning, practicing presence to all that stirs within, whether it's peaceful calm, whether you're feeling stormy inside, it is the weather passing through in the sky of you. Cheers. This is my my water that has liquid chlorophyll to help me heal my body and my autoimmune diseases. So cheers to natural remedies. And anyway, I just invite you to take a deep breath again, noticing, observing, maybe journaling about your week. And I love this song, Landslide, because I feel like it's just this beautiful presence to the things that can be shifting and changing, and how that can feel unsettling and stormy. But one thing that I think we can be grateful to ourselves for, the strength of our hearts, the strength even to feel unsettled, the strength to be present to that, the strength to grieve and mourn. It is not weakness to cry. It is not weakness to honor due process, and be real about what we're experiencing. So I honor your journey. I honor your resilience. And, maybe we can just remind ourselves of that this morning, that we are strong and brave and loving and kind to ourselves. took my love and I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills until the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Oh, well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I build my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. I'm getting older too. Take my love, take it down. Climb a mountain and you turn around, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, will the landslide bring you down? And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, will the landslide bring you down? Oh, the landslide bring you down. Landslide by Stevie Nicks, you all. Acknowledging sometimes that it is scary to change. It's scary sometimes to grow. I seek in my life to be as present as I can to the reality of things. And yet I realize that sometimes in my efforts to be full of gratitude and to be full of love, to love it all and embrace it all, sometimes I skip over the necessary steps to properly fully being present to a process. You know, sometimes I sort of want to jump to the acceptance of a grief process without allowing myself to rage or cry. And you know, I'm someone who's pretty in touch with my emotions. You know, like I can really you know, let out a good cry or whatever. But I don't know about you, but I definitely was taught that anger was a bad thing. And so I found myself this week in a moment of just being angry. And it was like really good for me to be angry, to have this sort of rage about things that are difficult in life. And I try to really accept the challenges as invitations to growth. I try to really accept the challenges as invitations to learn. But sometimes I just need to get a little bit pissed about it, you know? And so one of my principles in life, and something we really emphasize in yoga especially, is do no harm. And so I have been, I think, over the past several years, allowing myself to get angry more often. I think I should probably allow myself to get angry more than I do. But how do we attend to our anger or allow for experiences of anger, passion, fire in our bellies, while not doing harm? Not saying something to someone that we would regret, behaving in a way that we're going to be proud of afterwards. So allowing anger to move through in a way that is in alignment with our integrity. So channeling that anger and alchemizing it for good. This is what I try to do. This is what I get curious about. So I don't know if this works for you, but I was able to, with my partner, Jason, bearing witness, I was able to just air my grievances to the universe. I just spoke aloud everything that I found frustrating, and that I've maybe been practicing patience towards, but just kind of going, I'm a little fed up right now, to be real with you, right? I'm honestly just tired of the wrestling, the struggling, or the uphill climb of the journey, the challenges of being a musician, and the things that I feel stand in my way at times. And so I'm often trying to take a look at that and being like, well, what inner barriers do I need to remove? What in my mindset do I need to shift? I do believe there's something to this idea of change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will change. Absolutely. I believe this is true. And so I'm always seeking to discern and decipher what is in my ability to control and what do I need to let go. What is in my ability to shift and shape and co-create and collaborate with the universe and people around me, and what do I need to just allow and accept and release. But sometimes I get to that allowing and releasing and accepting before I've allowed myself to have a feeling about it, and so often I think, at least this is true for me, and I don't know if it's true for you or not, but I think we might have some particular storylines and narratives and judgmental presumptions towards ourselves when we are experiencing particularly big emotions. I don't know if this is true for you, but it's true for me that if I feel angry, or if I feel some sort of intensity, I usually have instead of just being like, it is what it is, and acknowledging it for what it is, and allowing that emotion to move through, I will often have a shame narrative or a judgment around myself for having that. And I don't find that actually helpful. I think instead of going for that good vibes only thing that some people try to do, I think real vibes, so we can get to the good vibes, So let's see, Brian, what are you sharing here? Western culture is constantly dismissive of inner experience. I'm grateful for communities who reclaim inner experience not only as valid, but fundamental. Agreed, my friend, agreed. Yes, because I think this is an essential part of loving ourselves so that we can then love others. Because some part of this accepting and allowing is my part of freedom is honoring other people's agency and autonomy, allowing people to have their choices and have their life, and also I need to honor how that might impact me, the feelings that arise for me. And it might not necessarily be their business how it impacts me. There might be some relationships where it's appropriate to share, this is my feeling, but owning our own experience is really critical, I think, to loving ourselves and loving others well. Yes, Brian, consciousness is a fundamental component of the universe as much and arguably more so as the material world. I believe that. I believe that so much because I think what's happening within ourselves has so much to do with the energy that we're emanating, with the energy we're radiating, and that is our vibrancy. That's our soul song. That's what we're sharing with others. Beth Martins, hello, welcome. Yeah, I think that's right. Thank you for validating and honoring and being in conversation together about this. Yes, so it all belongs, right? It is all valid. And then I think our work and our practice is drawing it in, stepping back as compassionate witnesses, and making conscious decisions, conscious choices about what we want to do with the energy moving through, and remembering that all of it is temporary, all of it is weather passing through our sky. And I love that. So I'd like to share with you this song, Blessed Are the Undead, because I think recognizing that it all belongs, honoring our real vibes so that we can get to the good vibes, honoring it all. This is about full aliveness. This is about being human and honoring our humanity rather than trying to suffocate or suppress or contain. But yes, taking that energy, harnessing it, channeling it, alchemizing it. So like I said, for me this week, and I think I might try to do this on a more regular basis, where my MO is to practice gratitude. My MO is to practice patience, but maybe like once a week, I need to just grieve proactively. Like, actually, this frustrated me. Actually, this pissed me off. Actually, I didn't like this. Actually, to be really honest, I didn't like it. And to just set aside some time to go, you know what? Blah. And then that way that can move through, and and then we can bring in more of the good stuff that we want to feel and experience in our lives. Erica, good to see you here. What is up? Our soul song. Yes, I was just sharing this with my clients yesterday. Thanks for uplifting my spirit today. And thank you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for uplifting my spirit. Yes, Soul Song Saturdays is about practicing together presence, to attuning to our heartbeats, attuning to the hum, the vibrational hum of our souls, which is something we are connected to together in universal presence, the soul song of the universe, and also something that's unique to each and every one of us. So as we attune, as we drop in and attune to our soul songs, then we can show up to our lives and to our realms and the people in our sphere of influence with authenticity, with grace, with loving kindness. May it be, yes? So this song, Blessed Are the Undead, is on the 9 Beats to the Bar album, a collaborative tune with the 9 Beats Collective. My friend Matt Valor actually took the words of Christ's Beatitudes, this ancient poetry that invites us, I think, to be real and calls us blessed. So often I think the predominant narrative in our culture would be, well, you're blessed if you're prosperous. And I think capitalism would ask us to, base our worthiness and our success on like increased prosperity, like always on the up and up. But I think nature's wisdom, the earth would tell us there's a time for everything, right? There's a season for abundance and flourishing and harvesting. And there's a season where the ground might lie fallow. And I think we experience that in our beings as well, where sometimes we might feel like the soil of our soul is lying fallow. But y'all, what's so remarkable about the human experience, the human spirit, is that we can take the shitty stuff of life and we can turn it into fertilizer and create beautiful things in the soil of our souls. And so blessed are the undead. Blessed are all of you who experience the full range of human emotion, who do not cut any part of it off. That's something that I learned from my mentor in college that I will always cherish, this idea of like, let's not cut off the negative end of the spectrum. Let's not cut off our anger or our grief, our sorrow. Let's honor them and be present to them and let them move through us and us move through them, so that we can also then experience life's euphoria and life's gracious, pleasures and richness. So here's Blessed Are the Undead, written by Matt Valor and myself. It's on the 9 Beats to the Bar album. Blessed are the undead. Blessed are the undead. Blessed are those you see as cursed. They are blessed. Here come the depressed. They own the future. Here come the grieving. They will be comforted. Here come the enslaved. They will have the whole earth. Here come the ones who are starved of justice. They will be filled. Blessed are the undead. Blessed are the undead. Blessed are those you see as cursed. They are blessed. Here come the gracious. They will be shown grace. Here come the uncorrupted. They will see God. Here come the peacemakers. They will be protected. Here come the oppressed who are wrongly accused. They own the future. Blessed are the undead. Blessed are the undead. Blessed are those you see as cursed. They are blessed. Here you come, you oppressed, you wrongly accused. Take heart, take heart. They did this to your heroes, whose ghosts will not die. Take heart, take heart. They they did this to your heroes, whose ghosts will not die, whose ghosts will not die. Yes, my friends, we are shifting the narratives. Sometimes our cultural norms say that we shouldn't feel particular things, and I say to you, feel all the things and be present to what's going on with consciousness so you can actively choose how you want to embrace all that is, how you want to allow the feelings to move through you in ways that are in alignment with your integrity, with the grace of your soul, with the truth of your heartbeat, and with the gift of life, breathing your one free and cherished embodiment. It all belongs. It all belongs. And I was sharing before that song about how I let myself get angry in a way that I don't often let myself get angry, because I am trying so hard to live in gratitude, in patience and contentment, shaping my life, co-creating my life, with intentionality, and trying to release and allow for the things that I can't control. But I think sometimes we do need to allow ourselves to feel how we feel about the things that we can't control. And I know for me, because I haven't allowed myself to experience anger or that passion, sometimes that then has become internalized and has been a depression and a discouragement and a despair. And so allowing myself to just feel that anger and let it move through allowed me to keep going and to draw in the good stuff. So I want to encourage you to allow yourself to be as you are. And of course, I'm not a clinical psychologist or something, so I am not fully capable of describing the various forms of depression and their various causes, because that is real. There are various forms of depression and various causes, but I often have experienced the sort of depression that is actually internalized anger. And so I'm realizing that to live my full aliveness and my full expression of life, I need to take time even for anger and passion. And by the way, coming up soon for Soul Song Saturdays, I'm going to be creating a series based on the elements. And so I'm just recognizing that today we are touching a little bit on fire and how it can be a destructive thing or a good thing. And so we are finding ways to channel our inner fire for good. Yes? For a musical Apothecary segment, I seek to bring you breath, musical meditations. So here's a really simple song of mine called May Peace Embrace. It's very repetitive, so at some point you might be able to sing along if you'd like to. And I just want to invite you to consider peace embracing absolutely every part of you. Let love lift you up and hold you. Let grace envelop you. Let hope give you strength. And if you're in a place to do so, take a deep breath and allow these words to hum through you and over you in the ways that you so choose. May peace embrace us all as we embrace each other. May peace embrace us all as we embrace each other. May peace embrace us all as we embrace each other. May peace embrace, may peace embrace. Let love lift us up as we lift up each other. Let love lift us up as we lift up each other. Let love lift us up as we lift up each other. Let love lift us up. Let love lift us up. May grace be our song as we dance with each other. May grace be our song as we dance with each other. May grace be our song as we dance with each other. May grace be our song. May grace be our song. May hope keep us strong as we stand with each other. May hope keep us strong as we stand with each other. May hope keep us strong as we stand with each other. May hope keep us strong. May hope keep us strong. Ooh. Ooh. May peace embrace, may peace embrace. May peace embrace you, dear ones. May peace embrace every part of you. I am grateful for you. I am grateful for your presence. I'm grateful for your support in so many ways. It is good to practice gratitude. Did you know that practicing gratitude, even for 17 seconds a day, can be transformative for your being? You can almost feel it when you allow that sense of deep appreciation to come over you. When you allow yourself to let the love that is around you come in and penetrate your being, it almost can feel like the warm glow of a gentle sun shining on your bones. And so we practice gratitude together every Soul Song Saturday, every week. And one thing I'm grateful for is my friend Flamey Grant had some wonderful things happen in the last couple of weeks. Flamey Grant is a drag queen, and she has this terrific song. I'm going to attempt to sing for you, cover it for the very first time. It's called Good Day. And Flamey, so here's where that song that I just sang, Blessed Are the Undead, talks about those who are mistreated, who suffer injustice. But goodness will come. Goodness will come. You are blessed. And Flamey demonstrated that. I am so grateful to bear witness to her journey. We had Flamey on our Storydwelling show in July for our Pride edition of Storydwelling. And Flamey, someone on Twitter, a MAGA-loving preacher, called her out basically for being a drag queen and sort of projected onto her, his presumptions and judgments that are inaccurate. And so she decided, he actually said to her, no one cares or listens. No one cares about what you're doing or listens to your music. And so Flamey called upon all of her fans to get her song Good Day, and it actually reached the #1 spot on the Christian charts on iTunes. So think of that. That's a really beautiful, defiant, countercultural thing, I think. But maybe that's becoming the culture now. A drag queen really making history, topping the Christian charts on iTunes. So we are excited. It is a good day indeed. And I'm taking a moment to say hello to a couple folks who are joining us, Joe and I don't know if I'm going to say this right, but Bush 18. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us today and letting us know you're here. We appreciate you. This is Soul Song Saturdays with Heatherlyn, where we have various practices of presence, live music, and mystical musings. We're practicing gratitude, so feel free to journal your gratitudes if you want to. Please, I would love, 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 love if you've got some gratitudes you want to share in the chat. We are grateful for my friend Flamey Grant and her recent success, really in defiance of someone who came out criticizing her and judging her and being really just silly. She activated and alchemized that situation into something really good and beautiful. So it all belongs, friends. It all belongs. Look what she did to transform what someone brought her way. So this is Good Day by Flamey Grant. My first time covering it. I'm still learning it. So check out Good Day. It's on Bible Belt Baby by Flamey Grant. And you can find our episode of Storydwelling with her as well. So here we go. It's been a while since I sat with you without a knot in my chest. Oh, it's been a while since I wanted to. I always felt a little oppressed. Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while since I went ahead and let down my guard, 'cause I carry the weight of the words you said, and that makes it just a little bit hard to reject the lies you perpetuate. But you're not the keeper of the pearly gate. It's been a while, but I'm coming back to fight for my place. A good day to come back home. You sent me away, but I was never alone. You were afraid there was not enough, but you can't run out of love. So I'm here to stay, and I'm sitting in the front row. It's a good day to come out of the shadow. God made me good in every way, so I'll raise my voice to celebrate a good day. Ooh. It's been a while since I could admit that there was something missing, but I've seen enough to know what love is. Yeah, and what love isn't. I'm not content to fade into the crowd and let you decide who's in or out. So I'm coming back. I'm living proof that it all belongs without a doubt. Yeah, a good day to come back home. You sent me away, but I was never alone. You were afraid there was not enough, but you can't run out of love. So I'm here to stay, and I'm standing in the front row. It's a good day to come out of the shadow. God made me good in every way, So I'll raise my voice to celebrate a good day. Ooh. It's a good day, nothing's gonna keep me out of the light. Not gonna hide, I've got a heart in the right place, covered in the good graces of an endless love. It's a good day, nothing's gonna keep me out of the light. Not gonna hide, I've got a heart in the right place, covered in the good graces of an endless love. A good day to come back home. You sent me away, but I was never alone. You were afraid that was not enough, but you can't run out of love. So I'm here to stay, and I'm dancing in the front row. It's a good day to come out of the shadow. God made me good in every way, so I'll raise my voice to celebrate a good day. A good day to come back home. You sent me away, but I was never alone. You were afraid that was not enough, but you can't run out of love. That's right, my friends. My first time attempting to cover that song, and I know it will get better and better as time goes on, but I really did want to include it this morning because Flaming Grant, it's just been so awesome, y'all, to see her get this story has really just taken off. Paste Magazine has covered this, and Rolling Stones, and just all of the major, it is a good, uplifting song. Carl, agreed, and we're going to sing it at my church tomorrow, at our church, Carl, and but it fits in so many ways, in so many spaces. So, all right, thank you. You are still welcome to share your gratitudes in the comments in the chat if you want to. I can still share them before our time is up here. I guess I got real chatty or something because we're already to 11 o'clock, but just going to finish out this time together with some invitations. And invitation for your support would be we would be most grateful for your support. So I'll share some upcoming events and invitations, as well as close us out with a reminder to be brave in our belovedness and courageous in kindness. And I'll close us out with a cover from the Byrds, Turn, Turn, Turn. To everything there is a season, right? But I want to invite you to consider becoming part of my patron community. I am so grateful. I just received a Patreon gift this morning. I'm very, very grateful for our patron community. We could not have come this far without your support for my songwriting, for creating these live streams. I will share with you that one of the things that I was letting myself just I had that release valve, that letting out, letting go. It's just that the realities of our expenses in life have gone up. Our rent is up. My health coverage for my autoimmune disease, expenses are up, and yet and our patronage is actually down right now. And let me just say, I am so grateful for support at any amount and for any duration. So anyone who's come on to be a patron and had to leave, we totally understand. We totally get that. The appreciation for you never stops. And also, I am really needing to invite more people to be a part of this community of support. This really is a safety net. This fills in the gaps when we do say yes to a gig that maybe resonates with our hearts and resonates with the message of the music, but maybe they don't have the full budget to like cover all of our costs and, pay that living wage. And so it is our Patreon community that helps make up for that. That helps us, yes, create a livelihood with all of my creating gifts, and also build a team around me to take the music to the next level. I do a lot of different jobs, to do music, and I really need to bring in a team. So we are really wanting to grow our Patreon community. So you can see patreon.com/HeatherlynMusic there. We will soon be working on getting an exclusive series of merch on there. So hopefully that will help us grow a little bit. But there are all kinds of ways to support. So if you would like to even tip a one-time thank you gift through Venmo or PayPal just for this morning, if you just want to say thank you for that, or a one-time gift to support the promotion of the new album, or a one-time gift, just to support what we're doing and how we're showing up in the world with all of this, hopefully beauty and honesty and our soul song. You can also follow via socials. Please subscribe to my YouTube. That is really something we're working on right now. We just got to 500 subscribers, you all. I'm so excited. I'm so grateful. We would love to get to 1,000 so that we can kind of take the YouTubing to the next level. And hopefully at some point, there will be a stream of income that will support our work coming through there. There isn't currently, but we're hoping to create that at some point. So please subscribe at YouTube, share with your friends, invite people to be a part of this. And we are so, so, so grateful for all of that. Okay, upcoming events, upcoming invitations. I would love for you to join me next Saturday. Of course, we have our Soul Song Saturdays. Look, I'm going to bookend myself here. So every single Saturday, we do Soul Song Saturdays, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. So that's 10 a.m. my time. So that's like a good time for me. So I would love for you to join me. And then next Saturday afternoon, we're going to have a radio play party. So if you are not in the Denver area, we can Zoom you in. I'm going to create an event with a Zoom link so you can Zoom in. Or you can join us at our home next Saturday afternoon. It'll probably be around 2 or 3 in the afternoon Mountain Time. And the whole idea is to share with you a preview of the album. Those of you who would like to help out with this. And then we are going to submit my new album, Heatherlyn's Musical Apothecary, to as many indie music stations as we can within a couple of hours. And we might do this a couple of times leading up to the album release. But this is just one of those jobs that if I had the budget for a publicist, they might do a lot of this work. But since we don't have the budget for that right now, I am inviting any volunteers who'd like to join us via Zoom or come join us here, bring some snacks, bring some beverages to share. We'll listen to the album together. Obviously, you can't do that unless you join this party because it's not released yet until September. So if you'd like to support in that way and participate next Saturday afternoon, put that on your calendar. Stay tuned. I will share some more details with you and with our Patreon community, of course. I will share these details. So if you'd like to come on over next Saturday afternoon, we'd love to have you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Letting you know the first single is already out. So if you haven't caught Interfere yet, this is streaming now on all of your streaming platforms and download services. So iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Spotify. YouTube Music is honestly my favorite streaming service because they treat artists the best of all of them. And then obviously Bandcamp, my own Bandcamp. Is actually the best way to download. That's actually how I truly benefit there. And then also want to let you know that upcoming, the next release, the next single that will be released is Light Will Find Us. And that will be released on all your streaming and download platforms August 18th, Friday, August 18th. So get excited, find this event on Facebook and join that to invite other people just to get involved and to pre-order it. pre-save it, all of that. That's one way to be involved and to support us in what we're doing. So we sure appreciate you and appreciate that. Excited to invite you to our next Storydwelling episode. Our friend Reverend Ogun Holder was with us for Soul Song Saturdays actually a few weeks ago. He was here in town. He visited us in early July, so he was a musical guest. And we briefly chatted during that episode, but he's going to come and do a whole Storydwelling episode with us on Tuesday, August 29th. Storydwelling is this practice that we do incorporate it into Soul Song Saturdays, but we try to practice it together for a whole hour. This is cultivating courageous, compassionate curiosity for ourselves and one another, recognizing the shaping nature of narrative. And Ogun does a lot of incredible work around deconstructing the white cis heteronormative capitalist, compulsory monogamous patriarchy. And so he will talk a lot about that. Peeling back these layers of the scripts, the roles that have been imposed upon us by this power structure and this meta-narrative. And he also particularly does really good anti-racism work. So we will talk about all of these things together. So please put that on your calendar, Tuesday, August 29th, to hear from Ogun Holder, who is really smart and really articulate and really fun. And it'll just be a great time. So check your time zone on that. Plan to join us for a full hour of Storydwelling. And then I'm also excited to share with you that Jason and I are headed to the UK again to do the Sunfire Muscle and Bone tour with the 9 Beats Collective. You can see me there. And just below me is our friend Steve Bassett, who co-writes a lot of songs with me. I'm so excited to get back to the UK, so excited about the 9 Beats Collective tour. And they actually entitled this tour after a lyric I wrote on our song In Recovery. I wrote the stanza, how does it go now? I can't remember off the top of my head now. It would just take me a second. But these are the upcoming announcements, you all. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of this. And Brian, thank you for your notes here. I mean, sometimes you need to miss church, and that is okay. That is A-okay. No problem. No worries. No pressure ever. And would love to have you helping with the radio play party and all of that. So good stuff, you all. Good stuff. Appreciate you. Hope you've been journaling. Hope you've been enjoying this conversation about how it all belongs. There's a time and a season for everything under the sun. Let's not cut off one spectrum of human emotion, because if we do, then we cut off the other end of it, right? So let's honor our own experiences. Let's own our own experiences. And remember that impermanence can be our friend, because all passes. So let's savor passing through. As we head out, I want to remind you to, and remind myself as well, be brave in your inherent belovedness, my friends. Trust your inherent worthiness of love, and trusting the inherent worthiness of others. Be courageous in your kindness, courageous in being kind, showing kindness to others, even when it's hard, because that's what showing up in love truly is. And that, again, that you can still bring your real vibes. You can still be honest about what's going on with you. And you can show kindness in the midst of it all. Yes, it's all a practice. It's all a practice of presence to what's happening. And it's a practice of full aliveness. It's a practice of living in love in all the twists and tides, all the seasons of life. So here, I'll send us out with the birds. Turn, turn, turn. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to weep. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, a time of peace, a time that you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time for love, a time for hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late. Thank you, everyone, for your presence today. Peace to you and yours, and we'll see you again real soon. Much love.